Thank you for watching Scary Bear Attacks. If you like this episode, please remember to hit the like button and leave a comment or two, then subscribe and click on the bell to receive notifications of whenever we release new videos. Also, please remember to share them to your social media. When summer comes to Jasper National Park in Alberta, Canada, plants seem to grow before your eyes, and animals appear energetic, trying to consume enough food over the summer. People begin to filter back into areas seldom visited over the winter and break out fishing and camping gear, collecting dust in the garage. Welcome back to Scary Bear Attacks. Jasper National Park stretches over 4,335 square miles of rugged and varied mountains in western Alberta. Elevations range from around 4,000 feet to over 12,400 feet high at the peak of Mount Columbia. The limestone spines of mountains drop off quickly, leaving broad valleys filled with Douglas fir, whitebark pine, and lodgepole pine in the lower elevations, and Engelmann spruce and subalpine fir in the higher elevations. Berry bushes grow along the waterways and in the lower valley. This stratified habitat creates a varied offering of food for bears, depending on the time of year. Following their noses and skillfully remembering where they'd found food in the past, black bears meander from food source to consume enough calories to pack on fat for hibernation. These bears are called tourist bears by park rangers, indicating that the bears wandered into the area but did not remain there after food sources changed. This episode is a sad tale about one such bear. Larger mammals that stay in the area and graze or browse include caribou, deer, elk, and moose, with bighorn sheep and mountain goats balancing precariously on the cliffs and canyon walls. The predators in this area include coyotes, cougars, wolves, grizzly bears, and at times, desperate black bears. On Friday, August 12, 1958, 7-year-old Barbara Coates was enjoying a picnic with her 5-year-old sister Allison and the girl's mom, whom we will call Julie. Julie's husband, whom we will call Ted, had grabbed his fishing pole and hiked along the creek to do some fishing while the girls enjoyed their time near the rented cabin. The young family originally lived in Denver, Colorado, but when Ted was offered a job with Pacific Petroleum Limited, they relocated to Calgary. With adventure and Mother Nature at their doorstep, the young family embraced their new surroundings with fervor. After eating their lunch, the girls told Julie that they were going to pick berries behind the cabin. Their mommy agreed with their plan, and they headed off with their baskets. Julie cleaned up the remnants of their lunch as the girls picked berries. She likely took in the beautiful plant and animal life and marveled at the scenic setting around her. Her bliss wouldn't last long. It was shattered by the sound of the girls screaming. Allison bounded around the corner, yelling something about a bear. What Julie and Ted didn't know was that a medium-sized 4-year-old black bear had been searching for food near the cabin. Residents would leave out their garbage, and occasionally bears would raid it for food scraps. The bears that were accustomed to living near people tended to avoid confrontation, but this bear had wandered in from less than prime habitat and wasn't accustomed to being around people. It may have been drawn to the rear of the cabin by the scent of the berries, the smell of the food from the picnic, or the angelic din of the girls as they played. Whatever the reason was, it had emerged from the bushes before being noticed by the girls. Allison and Barbara fled in terror at the sight of the bear, with Barbara heading toward the back door of the cabin and Allison running around the corner toward her mommy. As she got to the porch stairs, Barbara was just beyond the bear's snapping jaws as it pursued her. But then the unthinkable happened. Barbara tripped over the first step and sprawled out on the porch. With its predatory instincts triggered by the fleeing girls and its hunger roused by the scent of food, the bear pounced on Barbara, clamping its jaws around her belly. Julie rounded the corner and immediately screamed as she saw the bear standing over her daughter. Combined with Barbara's cries for help, the shouting alerted the innkeeper, whom we will call Jeff. A handful of people rushed out of the cabin and were met with the terrifying sight unfolding before them. As Julie pleaded for help, the bystanders ran around in panic, unsure of how to confront the bear. One large man ran over and picked up a big tree branch, then froze in place. Julie saw her daughter's feet protruding from beneath the bear. She grabbed onto Barbara's ankles and yelled out for someone to distract the bear, but with no one intervening, the powerful black bear slowly dragged Barbara toward the bushes, with her mother clinging to the girl's ankles. After fighting the bear as she was dragged, Julie's grip began to weaken, and Barbara's ankles slipped from her grasp. At this point, 3 other young female visitors ran up to the bear, yelling and screaming at it. The din they raised worked to distract the bear from dragging Barbara further into the bushes, but now it was focused on them. As the black bear slowly lumbered toward the 3 girls, the caretaker, Jeff, appeared from just behind them. He'd been late to the scene due to retrieving his rifle from the caretaker's quarters. Jeff leveled his sights on the bear and fired, dropping the bear in its tracks. With the threat the bear posed now dealt with, an ambulance was summoned to the location. The medics loaded Barbara up and hurried toward Baton Hospital in Jasper. While en route, Barbara succumbed to her injuries and her little life slipped away. Julie was treated for scratches and notified of her daughter's passing after arriving at the hospital. Ted was informed after a few hours when he returned from fishing. Barbara's corpse was examined by the coroner, who listed her cause of death to be from a combination of hemorrhage, shock, and massive abdominal injuries. The little girl's spine had been broken during the attack as well. Had Barbara's bear attack occurred after the advent of bear spray, it may have been deployed to drive the bear away. The caretaker's firearm was the only means of defense present, but it was stowed safely inside. There was no dog listed as being present with the family. As for the bear's motives to attack Allison and Barbara, it was described by rangers as a tourist bear, meaning it was not one of the black bears that lived in the area. It likely wandered into town looking for food, and may have been under stress, trying to pack on fat for winter. It was not protecting a cached animal carcass, nor was it defending its cubs. Speaking of cubs, our Cub Tier membership on Patreon linked below will give you ad-free early access to our episodes, and the $3 per month goes a long way in helping me continue to produce educational and entertaining content like this. Jasper National Park is currently listed as hosting 109 grizzly bears and 90 black bears. Given that black bears will roam territories of around 200 square kilometers and grizzlies will roam up to 4,000 square kilometers, it is clear that the territories of the 2 bear species overlap. Feeding on the same or similar sources can cause depletion of local foods, causing food stress, particularly in black bears. Incidents like Barbara Coates' fatal black bear attack have led to the development and implementation of modern bear management strategies. After reviewing the facts surrounding this episode, I'm left with a few questions for you. Did the Coates family recent arrival in the area predispose them to a bear attack through a lack of familiarity? If the girls had been taught how to avoid running from a bear, would it have made a difference? Did the confusion of the bear attack cause the other visitors to freeze, or was it something else? I will gladly read and reply to your thoughts, so post them in the comment section below, and let's talk about it. Thank you for watching Scary Bear Attacks. If you've enjoyed this episode, please consider clicking on the like button and clicking on the bell icon. We'll help you know when we post our new episodes. Posting our video links to your social media profiles furthers awareness, and it's fun. We slashed our prices in our merch store, linked below, so check out the bargains there while you shop. As a member of our human community, remember to adventure bravely and be careful out there, especially in bear country.